What's up folks, welcome to Wasted Space, and today we're taking a look at Total War Arena, which I didn't even know existed until Wargaming kindly approached me to sponsor me to do a few videos on the game while it's running through closed beta. So it's in closed beta right now, which actually means kind of open beta if you sign up for an account. Links down in the video description, and if you actually do that, and if any of this takes your fancy, you like the look of this, use that code PLAYTWA. It just gives you some premium time and some gold for your account, because this is a free-to-play game, much like Wargaming's other titles, especially World of Tanks, World of Warships, which I'm going to be referencing quite a bit, and hopefully you guys will see why as this goes through. But I guess we should kick off with what exactly it was. I said yes to doing some sponsored videos on a game that I hadn't heard of before. So what the hell is TWA, basically? Why am I interested in Total War Arena? And that's because I don't think I've ever played something quite like this. You'll be able to guess from the name, it's a real-time strategy. But it's online, and it's 10 versus 10. Which might sound utterly crazy, but there's something pretty unique about this one, and it does just kind of work. So, in Total War Arena, you take control of a commander from ancient history, either the Roman Empire, the Greeks, or the barbarians. And there are some names in here that you guys, even if you're not a fan of this period of history, and I most definitely am, especially with the Greeks, there are some names in here that you guys will recognise. I mean, Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great even kicking around in here, and each commander has a selection of abilities that unlock as you level them up, play with the commanders. They get leveled up individually and unlock a series of different abilities that are sort of army-wide abilities that you can just use as you wish, so you can customise your army depending on which commander it is that you're using. And then on top of that, each commander has control of 3 units, and to begin with you'll have a selection, depending on which nation you start as, between archers, spearmen, swordsmen, or cavalry. And as I said, depending on which nation you start as, you'll only be able to pick from 2 choices. Like for Greeks here, I got spearmen and archers. But as you go down the tech tree, and for anyone who's played World of Tanks, this is going to start looking very familiar all of a sudden, you're going to get a lot more options open out. So you can see we start off with these 2, but it slowly branches out until the point where you've actually got, by the end, at tier 10, once you've leveled and tiered your way the whole up, you've got 5 different things to choose from, just as the Greeks. And I'm pretty sure not only do you get more stuff to choose from, but if we go over to the Romans here, who is it? One of these guys, yes, artillery, this is what we're after, and the gyro ballista, look at that, vicious volley of bolts, I want one of those. Okay, I might have to stop playing Greek and start playing Roman. Anywho, back to what I was talking about. So you've got the selection of 3 units as well. I do not own this commander, let's go and put someone I do own on, shall we? And these units also have their own kind of internal tech tree. So when we take these guys into battle, they're going to earn experience for how well they do. And then that experience can be spent, it's earned specifically by that unit, or that unit type I should say, and you can then spend it on upgrading that unit. So you can see here, wow, I've managed to give them ever so slightly shinier helms. But that's good, because that apparently gives them 7 more morale, because they can look around at how fine everyone's sort of horsetail thing is. I'm sure that thing has a name, but I don't know it. And as you upgrade through, obviously you get better stats, you can even upgrade to sort of better shields and things like that. And as we go down the line, this becomes much, much bigger of a deal. So look, come down here, just a random selection. Whole bunch of different stuff here, including, to some extent, choices as to which paths you go down. Stuff that you don't necessarily have to get if you want to, because this is where that next unit is. So that's how we'd get up to the next tier, same with the units I'm on. Once I've upgraded my whole way up, I can jump up to the next tier, go up to tier 3, assuming my commander's high enough level. Slight difference between this and, say, World of Tanks or World of Warships. Because your commander has a level 2, that level has to be higher than the level of the units you're taking around with you. Otherwise, it'll just say you can't use those in your army. Bit of a weird one, slightly different mechanic to how the other ones work, but so far not been relevant for me, because if I go over to, say, the Greeks here, I'm level 3 with Kanani, but I don't have level 3 units yet. I've only got level 2 units, so probably not something to worry about. But before I get too distracted, big old tech tree, you level your way up through them. One thing that's worth noting, that because your experience is individual to each unit, if I take, say, 3 of the same here, I'll earn bonus experience for doing so. But if I wanted to go in here and, say, switch one of these out for, I want to take some archers instead, there'll actually be a slight bonus here for having diversity as well. There's a small experience bonus applied just for having a diverse squad. So it's not always a bad thing to go, you know what, I'll sacrifice that for the ability to take something a bit different, and you can customize and configure the stuff you take into game with you. And this is where things get really interesting. Just before we talk about the gameplay, just going to quickly mention, this is a free-to-play game, so it means that there is some premium elements to it. Notably, there isn't a premium account, which actually boosts, you can see here, I got this just by leveling up at the moment, because we're in closed beta, there are rewards for just playing that include premium time and so on. But you can see, basically, this premium account is going to give me a boost to every game I play, experience-wise, and a boost to the amount of coin I earn. It speeds things up a bit, basically, but it's far from required. And then there are consumables. So if we go over here, there's consumables. Cosmetics is the word way to try harder. There are cosmetics, so you can see we can get different shiny shields. And they do look quite shiny. Look at that. Very, very nice. And if you're the sort of person that gets really into it, spend a bit of gold. That's kind of how free-to-play games live, so that's fine. The only other thing you can spend this stuff on, this gold resource on, if you want, is the new commanders. But it's not the only thing that can unlock new commanders, which is always a good sign. You can also get them with free experience. So every battle you go into, 10% of the experience that you earned in that battle, you'll earn again extra as free experience. Blue one at the top here, and that can be used on any unit you want. Very, very handy stuff. Guys that are familiar with other wargaming games will kind of be familiar with the whole free experience system. But that can also be saved up if you want to get yourself other commanders. And there's a whole range of different prices here, and I'm sure that if you get up to some of the ones that cost a lot, you get some really, really interesting extra abilities. So that's the premium side of things. Now let's go and talk about the gameplay. So you've chosen your units, you've decided you're going to go with, God knows, these swordsmen and those archers. Really bad decision to go with that group, because these are tier 1. But anyway, queued up, you've hit play at the top. You can choose between playing against human or against AI. I've been playing against humans just to get a feel for it, but AI is always an option if people don't want to. Some people just don't like playing against humans, and that's fine. There's a play versus AI option there. You'll earn a little bit less experience, a little bit less gold, a little bit less silver, but in the long run, you can still have a good time with that. You're in the queue, time's up. You're faced with this screen. Map of the battle, top down, and you can see all these little boxes. Normally there's a few more than the number of people on your team. Again, this is a 10v10, and you can see people slowly choosing their starting positions. So each box represents a person, and little icons inside each box represent what units they've chosen. And of course, generally it's sensible to not expose your archers, start those a bit further back. Horses, your cavalry need a decent line of movement, somewhere sensible to go off the start. Probably a good idea to not leave anywhere completely open, so you might want to think about chunky forces towards the centre. But hey, you've selected a spot, it looks kind of good, and go. Countdown ticks down, and then we're into a battle. And from this point on, this is going to play out a lot like any normal RTS would, except you've got 9 other people that are the rest of your army. And you've got to cooperate with them and try and work together to defeat the 10 people and their army that are all trying to do exactly the same thing. And this is what really drew me into Total War Arena, and why I was like, yeah, okay, I'm fine with doing some sponsored videos on this. I want to check this out further, because this is different. Once the battle's actually engaged, it's pretty much a capture the base scenario. Base at either end, get in there, capture points by staying in it. The longer you're in it, the more points you get. The more people in it, the more points you get, until the bar fills up, and then that team wins. But if you deal damage to anybody sitting in the area, it resets their contribution. Again, World of Tanks players are going to be very familiar with this. Same with World of Warships, of course. And you can also counter it by hiding in it with one of your team's units to stop an enemy capping. And of course, you can go and nab their base as well. Of course, getting there is an entirely different matter, and how you do that is going to be down to you guys. I'm going to come back with more videos on this, a bit about what my thoughts are on the game, but also I want to do a video that's basically saying, and here's my advice about how to actually play reasonably well at Total War Arena. But we've been jabbering for a while, so I'll leave you with a tiny bit of gameplay me and Shaq had last night. Good round. Might just entice some of you guys in to give this a go. I'm certainly having a lot of fun with it. If anything, I think it needs more players right now. Queue times are a little bit long, and also the more feedback I think they're going to get at this point, the better the game could potentially become. It does feel like they're legitimately testing right now, rather than this being a bit of a PR test, if you know what I mean. Might be wrong, who knows. I suppose this is a sponsored video, so I should shush. Thank you, Wargaming, for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you didn't, dislike button's right next door. And otherwise, I'll catch you guys for the next one. Or on the battlefield. I'm on the NA servers, by the way. I know that's a bit weird, but hey, I'm playing with Shaq a bit. Later, guys.
I was real confused. I was playing a match, and somebody had a catapult. I was like, well, I've never seen one of those yet.
That's not
like
fair.
I got hit with a rock, and I was like, wait a minute. What the shit was that? What? Out of nowhere, this rock comes flying off a mountainside and crushes like 4 of my dudes. Like, oh.
One of the tooltips has told me that you can see the shadow of those rocks coming.
Lovely. Is that supposed to be a good thing? Like, oh, you get to know you're about to die before you get crushed to death?
No. The idea is as soon as they fire, you can see where they're going to land and you can get out of the way, Mr. Shaq.
Oh. Oh, that's cool.
Dodgeroo.
So have you ever done Romans?
No.
With pointy
This
sticks?
is absolutely my first time with Romans, but I know how to advance in a line with short stabby swords, which is what Romans is all about. Advance in line, short stabby swords, stab, 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 stab.
I love the spearman line. Like watching an enemy rush you.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe just players at this level don't understand that spearmen don't go in front of them.
rush spearmen, yeah.
And then watching them fall on their ass when they round into you. Oh, it's so good. I love that ability. All right,
Once
what do you
again,
want to do?
an advantage of it being a Creative Assembly Total War game.
I say we go bottom and maybe push around the right-hand side. See if we can catch the base.
Sure, that makes a plan, yeah. It gives us a way of actually going together as well. I like it.
I'm going to draw on the map.
Don't do that. Don't do that. People will be confused. No! No! They'll be like,
strategery.
No. Too
Not
much
this way.
strategery.
It's wrong. This way.
Capture the enemy base or kill.
Don't listen to me, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, crap. I'm pinging. I don't mean to.
You're not a real Romulan.
What? Wait. You're damn right I'm not. I've been fighting them in Stellaris.
You don't know no strategery.
I know. It is better to live than to die.
I'm enjoying the fact that a lot of the controls are the same as like the Total War games, even if it's not using a lot of the mechanics in comparison.
Yeah, same here. Hey, you guys aren't wearing pants either.
Nope. No one wears pants in this age. Not a thing. It is quite hot in like Greece and so on, to be fair. You probably don't really need them. I think we really need to get pushing here. Like, there's no guarantee we're going to encounter anybody.
Well, keep in mind, if you get rushed by cavalry, I think they can run you over without issue. Like those cavalry right there. You should probably fall back. Because there's cavalry in the trees.
No. You need to get in behind me.
I can stop them with spears, right?
You can stop them with your spears as well. I'm just saying, let's make sure if they're going to run round.
We got spearmen behind us, too.
That's
approaching.
fine.
Okay. I'm gonna angle my spearmen a little bit in case they come to flank.
I'm just going to
see them.
I'm just going to hold that gullyway against... Oh, shit, we got more cavalry coming
Firing now. Opening up with the archers. I will weaken the ones behind us. And I will keep my eyes open for the inevitable cavalry rush. So here's the problem.
Beware allied fire. Yeah, no, it's fine. Go for it.
Go for it. Just wreck them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before this cavalry
in
come in.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to tear ass through the woods at the moment. There they come. I just changed my position too. Go. Form up. Turn around. I stopped half of the cav. Oh, that's right. Y'all better
We're
run.
winning against the spearmen quite happily up on the hill. Like, in theory, we'll win against these spearmen quite fine. The swordsman will beat the spearmen.
All right, cool. Do you want me to keep firing at them? Actually, I can do the aimed one, and I won't hit you. And I can hit that little formation of them that are just chilling back there. So 5 seconds till they do it again. If they don't rush us with those cavalry, they're going to lose this. All right, I'll fire another blast up there.
Looks like we're all right for now. My guys, there's cavalry from behind.
Changing position now. Running my archers through my line. Come on, boys. Form up. Wahahaha. Archers fire. You got to kill them while they're running.
The problem is we have to respond every time they do that. And every time we do respond, it stops the fire on everything else. Just pelt them every time. Yeah, man. Oh, they're losing HP. Nice. I think we're doing all right.
Firing the spearmen to the top.
It looks like we're straight up against like an equivalent of us as well. It's two guys working together. One's cav, one's spearman. versus
I've got some spearmen that made through. I gotta kill these guys.
archers and...
Ah, get out, get out, get out.
Why have you... No, archers. It's not where to be.
You don't want to be doing that. If you could flank back, oh, here we go. They're coming in. Changing formation. Forming up.
Good
They
job.
get through. I'm gonna be in trouble. There,
Yeah,
I got him. I held him up.
Yeah,
Firing with my
you
arsenal
need
now.
to hold those while I finish up the last groups here. I've almost got the spearmen down.
All right, forming back up. You guys can stop with your... Oh, they're not doing it.
It's alright, I got those ones.
Okay, I think we're good. You got those in the top too? You want me to fire up on the hill?
No, you push on. I think we're getting captured, or it looks like we're overall losing.
All right, well, we can start pushing forward then. Remember, the cavalry's still out there.
Yeah, no, I know. But that's what I'm thinking, is you push the archers forward now, while we hold the rear end, basically, with our melee.
Okay, I'll start moving up. If we can capture their base, we'll win this. Don't get too separated, spearmen. There we go. All right, we're heading down the hillside now. If you can finish them up. I feel like I should have flanked those spearmen that you're fighting.
Yeah, they're doing
You do that
surprisingly
well,
well. I've got cavalry behind.
All right, I'm coming back. I knew I should have stuck around a little bit longer. They're trying to do a charge on you.
They're going to have to
Yeah,
pull
that's
out,
not
though.
good.
They're going to have to pull out, and in doing so, they're going to get absolutely creamed.
Yeah, I'm forming up right behind them. I'm going to start firing into them.
Yeah, do it from behind. That's the best chance.
There is no running. I'll be able to save some of your troops.
Yeah, no, let's stop the fire now.
Firing, stop firing. Helping you out. I don't think they had any more cavalry. I think that was the majority of them.
No, I think you've managed to get them pretty well. My guys are routing, however.
Kill him, boys. Kill him. There's only one guy left. Stab him in his...
Stab him in his silly face. Do it. Oh, they're
Yep.
tier 2 spearmen. That's why they've been holding me up so well. That was like his one pack of tier 2s or whatever.
Look, I'm unable to attack them or something.
Nah, they're breaking now.
They're breaking. Okay, cool. Well, whatever we've got left, I say we push for... They're not dead yet.
There you go.
There we go. All right, so let's push toward their base.
Yeah, we've got to at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm
We've
in
still got friendlies in the middle.
pretty bad nick.
Oh, the center is real bad at the moment. Like, we're getting wrecked everywhere else. At least it feels that way. All right. Yeah, you're in rough shape. You got like 10 guys left.
Yeah, it's not going well. It can't be our fault though. I mean, it was 2-on-2 and we took them.
We did stuff. They've got more cav down there. I feel like we can stop that. Friendly cavalry rides.
Yep, friendly cav is heading straight for... Oh no, was heading straight for their base. Has decided to go for... Probably sensibly.
To defend their actual base back there.
Mm-hmm. My commander is dead. No. That's why their morale's so fucked. Commander down.
Your army is so small, you could know all their first names.
Let's have a look. Who have we got?
Is there 6, 7 guys left?
Jeremy.
Yes.
Robert.
I
David.
kind of want to go into the woods here and kill these guys. Should we help our allies?
Jeffrey ran into a tree. No, Jeffrey, keep up.
Our base is under attack.
Should we? I think we should sneak into the woods here and come up on these guys. How do you think?
I think we need to hit the base ASAP, and if we can do that through the woods, then... Actually, no, you go and deal with those guys. Let me act, because given how fucked I am, let me go and act as the sneak force.
Yeah, you sneak with Jeremy.
With
and
Jeremy and
companions.
Jeffrey and Robert.
I'm almost in range of the cab, so there's going to be just hot doom in just a second.
Give him hell,
doom,
Mr.
fighting
Shack,
storm
while
now.
I hide in these woods here. As the low-level
hope they
plebeian that I am.
Oh, I hope they charge me. I got spears just for you, Cadmal. Arrows of justice.
Our base is under
Oh, he's
attack.
Surprise,
rushing me.
fools.
He's rushing me.
Oh,
Oh, no,
he's
the
angry.
cavalry
He's
are
angry.
so
Run
hot.
through the spears.
Don't be angry.
Run through
Don't
the
be
spears. Oh,
angry.
no, he's had enough of this. Don't forget, woods are not good for Cav. I'm
Forming back
hoping
up. Forming
they
back up.
can't see me. Nothing to see here, gentlemen. Everything is fine. These woods
You don't wanna
are
keep running
empty.
around me. They're trying to rush me. I killed the majority of them, but they did get through my archers a bit. Ow.
A little.
Oh, well,
probably
they just
fine.
run around me because my spearmen are doing their, they're like, I'm invincible when I do this. No.
No, Shax, your archers are so fucked.
They're so wrecked. They're so wrecked.
It was going quite well, and that guy's just taking you to the cleaners.
And he's
with
just
the
like,
ar-
oh, I'll just run
my
around
God.
you because you're basically immobile. Come on, archers. Do that one thing that you
Shit,
do.
He's gonna see that. No. Back into the trees.
So I don't see that the trees have done anything good for me at all.
He's fucked off again. He's had enough. He's decided against going for me for some reason.
I'm gonna get wrecked. Yep, he's got me. Oh, but I got friendlies coming in. Come on, cavalry. So you've got incoming. I'm gonna swing back around and help flank these guys and get my allies over here. I've lost both my archers. I've got only my spearmen, but my spearmen are actually in really good shape.
Will soon be ours.
Can I make you go faster? Damn it, I used my ability that slowed me down.
I've got so few units left that we're not really capping this.
Cavalry are bullshit.
Yeah, I might need to play Cav. Like
Because they
Cav
are
is
just
what
like... They just run around you until you have
Yeah.
to turn around, or you're completely unable to do anything.
thing is I play cavalry in the other Total War games, like because I tend to play the other Total War games when I'm co-oping with my brother. So we're often like controlling one army between the two of us. And the deal tends to be I get the cav, he does the rest. And then I just go and be an absolute douchebag with the cavalry. Because if you can micro it and focus on it, cavalry in Total War is just nasty. But it only works if you can do that.
They're literally running around each other right
Yeah.
now. I'm coming to help you.
Are
you able to
It's all
cast?
over. It's all over. I've run out
Oh,
because it was done.
okay.